And welcome back to All Over the Map. Thanks for tuning in. On this episode, we are going to play Interesting Photospheres and Obscure Countries. This is game number 4, video number 4, in a game created by Dalewatt, last updated on the 13th of September 2021. A selection of hand-picked photospheres and obscure countries. No countries where GeoGuessr would normally take you in an average round. So, plenty of locations. We're going to do this as a no-move, 2-minute time per round challenge. We'll invite you to play along. The play-along link will be in the description below. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Hope you're doing well and see where we land. We got Mohammed Sadek Fakinpour Ashrafi. Okay, so we look like there's the is it the Ayatollah? So we are in Iran. It's an interesting clock there. Might as well guess Tehran. It's very interesting. I guess house of worship, I would presume. Any clues as to where we are? I'm just going to guess that we're probably in Tehran. Yeah, not much there that I can understand in terms of where we are, but might make sense to just go over here. Maybe District 12 seems good enough. Let's guess that. And we weren't in Tehran. We were in Beshar, Iran. At just want to find out where we are at the Imam Hassan Asghari Mosque. So 44-20 for the first round. So that was pretty cool. It was neat. Convention Center, Patrick Karangwa. English-speaking country, perhaps. In probably Africa, if I'm going to have to guess. Wow, Convention Center. Does it say visit Rwanda? Maybe we're in Rwanda. So interesting. We are. Where could we be? That is now the question. In Rwanda. Are we here? Let's just Convention Center. Okay. Guess this might make sense. Peace Plaza. Okay, here we are, Convention Center. So maybe we're here. Maybe the roundabout's up here. Radisson Blue. So there we are. Perfect score. 103 yards, 5,000 points. Kigali, Rwanda. So we go from Iran to Rwanda. Just lucky to read that. Although what I've gotten based on the flag, not really sure because not entirely sure on that one. Christian vote. We're at a high mountain. It's an interesting lens, I guess, on this one. Looks like we've got I guess that's a river. It's hard to really distinguish. This is an interesting photosphere. 1955. Okay, that 9 and that 1 looks like we're probably near Germany. So it's going to have to be... Let's see. Liechtenstein. Do we do this? Liechtenstein. I think we might. Maybe we're in Drei Schwestern. Is that Three Sisters? Not. entirely sure, but I think this is where this could be a decent guess. You're plunking. I think this is a good one. I think this is what it is, just based upon the font. And I'll explain to you probably at the end of the game if I do in fact get this right. Yeah, let's go for it. Oh man, we were 792 yards, 4,998 points. That was a great round. That was a good guess. Pretty happy about that one. An educated guess nonetheless. But yeah, an interesting clue and why I knew it had to be. Wow, that's actually more I think about a great guess. So Drei Schwestern, man, can't even speak today. Right on the border of Austria. So interesting. So we got Iran, Rwanda, and Liechtenstein. I don't know how they're doing in World Cup qualifying, but I do know they're probably still alive. I think I've had this one. I think I've had this round. Maybe not. I don't know. There's rocks, right? Oh no. Yeah, Kurdistan. I've had this or something similar. I think. Herbal? No. Duhok, maybe? We're over here in Duhok, I believe. On this side. Dunya. Next to Gian. Dunya. Pizza Torino. Khan Kebab. Yeah, I think this is it. Let's just see. This looks awfully familiar. Maybe we've had this round before in this game or another game. But then I was thinking maybe we're over here. In Sula. Yeah, but well, seems like it would add up at least a little better if the compass is even close to being right. Although, we got mountains at the bottom. No, we don't. Yeah, this is probably a little better of a guess. We were here. Let's just guess that. And Soran. So, no, we were 86 miles, 4,628 points. And the Kurds, what was helpful there is the bottom, the name on the actual photo sphere. So, we'll talk about it at the end of the game. We get up to the last round, and we have Muad Mood. Okay, so this is going to be an interesting one. Her year. Royaume du Film. I'm thinking now this could be like Morocco. I'm just getting a feeling it could be. But again, I'm not sure. What's the flag? Algeria. So now this is Algeria. Guy's got a mask on. I like the shoes. Like the orange coat. Can't read that. Yeah, so we are in Algeria for sure because of the flags here. So let's just see if we're in fact in Algiers. I guess with the jacket stuff being cold, or cooler, we're probably in the north here anyway. So this is probably just a good of a guess. perhaps. Looks like an old city, so this looks like a fairly large city. Don't know much about Algeria, but I know they played the United States World Cup, where the United States advanced in South Africa. So 2010, with they landed on a late goal. But no, we weren't in Algiers. We were in Skita. Interesting. Right on the main road there, at least in the city center. So that's interesting. That was interesting. Bad Constantine to Garden. Having a hard time talking today, which is always interesting. 213 miles, 4,132, 23,178. So did best my previous score on that. So I'm pretty happy about that. We did stay in this part of the world. So it's interesting. We did stay. We didn't go to any islands or anything like that in this, which I thought could always be the case. Some decent rounds, a really good round. But the first round, let's take a look at that one and see where the clues were. We're obviously in a mosque there, but the first thing is I see the Iranian flag and the Ayatollah. I think that's Ayatollah. Could be wrong on that. I can't really make that out. But yeah, very nice location there. And the Imam Hassan Agari Mosque. The second round. Where do we go the second round? Oh, Rwanda. Let me click on that one. And what were the clues in that? Well, not knowing much about some of these obscure countries, because they're countries I'm familiar with, but I guess in terms of GeoGuessr. Just saw Visit Rwanda. I know that was a big, when was this picture taken? 2018. Big ad campaign through football and around the world for a period of time. I don't know if it still existed that. So it could have been other countries, but here's their flag here. So I knew the flag was green, yellow, and blue, I believe. Would not have gotten that based on the flag. Convention Center didn't know that English was it, but Patrick Karangwa, just felt like we were in Central Africa to me. And that kind of clinched it. So that just went to the largest city in Rwanda, especially with the convention center like that. The third round, we went off to Liechtenstein. And to be honest with you, the mountainous region, couldn't really tell. Obviously, I don't know if you could tell much on this. Doesn't show a lot of architecture or anything like that. The clue for me was that I thought this could be Europe, but when it says here 1955, this 9, and the 1 looks Germanic to me. German has a different way of writing a 9. It's like comes down, it loops up and around, and the 1 usually is a little more pronounced, this part here. But anybody understands what I'm talking about. Germans have a different 9 and 1. I don't know if it's like the font. So I knew I wasn't going up the right tree with that. And then just looking at the map, you could see here where the river cuts right through, and it looked like it lined up for me on the 3. I guess it's 3 sisters, but not entirely sure of what that is actually. It's dry as 3, but anyway, a really good round on that one. The fourth round, we went off to Kurdistan, northern Iraq. Only reason why is because it said Kaza the Kurd. We could have been anywhere else. Kaza the Kurd could have been in Pakistan or another place, but just went with the guess there. I feel like I've had this before. Maybe we were on the other side of this thing. I don't know. I don't feel like I remember this thing being here. So maybe there's a couple pictures here. But again, probably had that round before. I couldn't distinguish, but I knew that Kurdistan, if you're familiar with it, is this part of northern Iraq, if you're just going off that name. And the fifth and final round, we went off to Algeria. Again, it looked like a Casablanca, or looked like somewhere North African to me. Obviously, with the Arabic here, that was a clue that it had to be in northern Africa as well. And the reason why I went well, first off, Algerian flag going across the street. Had I not seen that, I probably would have gone. I don't know if I would have gone to Algeria, but I would have gone definitely North Africa, especially by wearing jeans and coats. March 2020. So interesting that I guess it can remain that cold in northern Africa to wear jeans and winter jackets. So I always learn something new every day. I do know it snows from time to time. Time to time, talking about several years in between in this part of the world, or it can at least. Skida in northern Algeria. So yeah, so that was a good one. I always like this game. Dalewatt, you put out a great game here. Yeah, a lot of locations, so this makes it fun. We'll keep playing this game. Our goal is eventually to get onto the leaderboard with this one, the 23,178. If I go back, that's my highest score to date. Pretty happy with that one. That's the last one. Play, if you want to play, the play along links down below. I appreciate each and every one of you that tune in. Champions League stuff coming soon. Was surprised to see young boys. Again, young boys, those who are following right now from Bern, Switzerland. I realized Jordan Pefok, which is a striker for the young boys, is a United States national team player. So was in a rooted interest for him scoring that game-winning goal. So if you're from Bern, if you're from Switzerland, comment down below. We'll do some Champions League football stuff, but that was fun to see. Again, maybe I should be visiting Bern, going to a young boys game, supporting Jordan Pefok, and the manager of young boys is David Wagner, he is an American. So maybe you learned something new today. But as always, appreciate you tuning in. If you like this video, hit the like button. Share this with your friends. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Want to get to getting next goal is 1,000. Want to get over 1,000. So appreciate it. As always, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, cheers.